I truly don't have a clue. I literally don't know what's going on today with the minds of people. I really truly don't. I've got a brand new subscriber. He checks out my videos, and he then private messaged me over at my website, and he wasn't being I don't think that he was being contentious at all. I think he was concerned because the one thing that he said, how does a pastor, someone with the amount of truth that you have come to and known and preach and teach, how do you get to the point to where you are carrying a gun? Don't you trust in Jesus? And I thought, and I said, isn't that something? Now I'm gonna answer this, but I'm not being contentious. I'm not being angry, nor am I trying to attack this person for his position. I assume it's his position, all right? But the one thing I do want to say is this. What has happened to the minds of all you people out there to automatically assume, because of the way you traditionally believe things, you do know that you have a way traditionally that you believe things. Who told you that your belief was right? I carry a firearm because, number one, every man should be able to protect not only himself but his family, and in some cases protect the oppressed. And what does that mean? That means, hey, one day I may be out at a convenient market and somebody is robbing at the store. And you know how people are today. If they draw a gun, they mean to use it. If they got it out, that's a threat. That's a viable threat. And if you got that store full of people, and I'm the only one in there that's trained to know how to eliminate the target, because people now, just like I just gave y'all some time ago, people now, they're drawing guns, robbing people, and still shooting them. I am not going to sit there and wait to see what this guy's going to do. Nor am I going to wait for the police to come, because if 911 was dialed and stuff, it'll take them forever to get there. And by that time, they probably would have killed everybody in the store, if not hurt and maimed someone. And then I'm in a position to be able to not only protect myself first, but also those around me. But if you are a follower of Jesus, have you not read in that book that all the disciples carried swords? Well, it doesn't say that. Well, where did Peter get his sword to chop off that man's ear? And why didn't Jesus tell him to disarm himself and comply with the state and give his sword over to the people, over to the, at that time, the police? He didn't do that. He just told him to put the sword back up in its place, simply because what Peter is doing at this particular time was impairing the mission going forward. That's what he was doing. He was being in direct opposition of the mission. Get your Bibles and read in the New Testament, Luke 22:36. What Jesus said, if you don't have a sword, you go get your cloak, sell it, and go buy one. Now you think about that for a minute. Think about it for a minute. Is that not contrary to traditional Christianity, to where people have adopted this philosophy of pacifism? Everybody's passive today, but we live in a very wicked environment. Do I carry a gun because I'm a violent man? No, not at all. Not at all. I carry a gun because a lot of people don't have enough sense too. And I don't know what it is with the minds of people, that people all of a sudden are evil if they carry a firearm. Well, what about the police? Are they evil because they carry a firearm? What about our military? Are they evil because they carry a firearm? Listen, we're in a very hostile environment. We really, truly are. And because I carry a firearm, that ensures my protection against someone who wants to perpetuate any types of evil or injustices against me. It's just a security piece, that's it. Well, PastorDowell, it says that you should not kill. No, it doesn't. It doesn't say that. I know what your translation in English says, but that word kill means murder. That means I don't go out here and just unjustly murder someone for no reason at all. But when it comes to self-defense, if you go back in the scriptures, in the Torah, what does it tell you to do if a thief break into your house? It tells you to kill him. That's what it says. You see, I think what the problem is modern day philosophy is out of step and out of touch with the reality of just the natural order of things. You know, there's a natural law that even says that a man should protect himself. If you back a dog up in a corner and stuff, it's going to do whatever it can to protect themselves. And I think that the problem of today is that religion has been a detriment to each and every last one of our minds. Matter of fact, religion expects more out of you than what the Bible does. Think about that for a second. Be sound in mind, and always be ready, because you never get to pick or choose the day or the hour when evil is coming your way. You just need to be prepared. You need to make sure you live a life of preparedness. Not only do I carry guns, but everybody in the assembly and the majority of people in the ministry that has listened to me, you wouldn't believe how much sigh of relief and freedom they got, because they protect their homes with shotguns, and the majority of men and women, I would venture to say 80%, if not, 80% of the people in the ministry who are adults actually carry firearms, and they carry them legally and lawfully. And they get a lot of training. They get a lot of training from myself, Pastor Fox, when we have GOTS, Gathering of the Saints. We have range days, and we have extensive classes to teach these people. Sister Kate, she actually teaches the sisters. She goes over handgun acquisition. She goes over safety, the whole 9 yards. We actually spend time. And then once or twice throughout the year on our own community, I actually teach people. I do. I teach them. So does that make us evil because we don't want our life to end prematurely at the end of someone who wants to do evil? I think the problem is philosophy, and I think the problem is your religion. And that's the truth, and that's the true straight way. I hope I said this and it didn't offend any of you. If anything, and again, I would say, if you live in Illinois, New York, any of these places where they say that you cannot exercise your constitutional right in order to arm and defend yourself, or even to carry, you need to get out of those communist states. Vote with your feet. At first, it may seem like it's hard to move, but you can do it. All you have to do is put one foot in front of the other, and then you're out. Start a new life somewhere else to where you can exercise your constitutional rights. Not only your constitutional right, just your right for just living and breathing. You have a wonderful day.